Welcome back to PR After Hours. I'm your host, Alex Greenwood, bringing you your weekly cocktail of PR and marketing tips that will help you and your business. If there's one word that sums up this pandemic, it could very well be uncertainty. In particular, for public relations professionals, it's uncertainty about what the permanent impact of the health and economic crisis will be for PR professionals. So, that question in mind, I happened upon a very recent PR Daily survey that was conducted of 315 PR pros, and they were asked to weigh in to get a full sense of how PR pros view the future of their role. Will it be expanded, reassigned? This is an article that I will link to in the show notes by Ted Kitterman, but here's just the basic skim for you. If you're out of the house finally and back in your car and listening to me, this is just some stuff you can check back on later in the show notes for the full detail, but here's the highlights. Number one, collaboration is crucial, with the C-suite ranking as the top partner for better communication and reputation management. He goes on to say that lines between internal and external comms continue to break down, and the need for unity of purpose and messaging is growing within all orgs. Respondents expect to collaborate more, identifying leaders from the C-suite as top partners for future interaction and success. So you've got to become a C-suite whisperer. You've got to be able to be viewed as a trusted right arm or left arm of the persons in the C-suite, and make sure they understand the value you bring to the table and the things you can do to not only help the organization or the business or the brand, but help them look good internally and externally. So number two, flexibility and creativity will be top skill sets for media relations pros. So when thinking about what will make a PR pro successful in landing earned media coverage in a new and even more fractured media landscape, the respondents said that being flexible will be essential. Creativity is also highly prized. Business acumen and an entrepreneurial mindset are seen as important, but the respondents suggest that a strict adherence to preset ideals would limit a PR pro's success. So that's fascinating to me. I've built my whole career on being creative and looking for the next new thing and being able to be an early adopter of technology and tools and even just ideas to help forward the aims and ideals and business goals of my clients. So I think that's great. I think it's even more so now. We talk so much on this show about creativity, and I think that this reinforces that a lot of people are thinking the same thing here. Number three, a return to normal means different things to different people, but many are setting their sights on 2021. When they asked when they expect to return to whatever normal is, and although some foresee permanent changes to the industry, many are eyeing a return to the prior status quo at the beginning of next year. Yeah, still got the uncertainty thing we're writing on here, but I can't disagree with that. I believe that, I hate to say it, I think this year is a wash. I just don't see anything happening this year on a regular, consistent basis. For my business, for example, I've seen it drop off phenomenally since March, and I've had a few fits and starts here and there and some requests for proposal here and there, but most of my business development activities have not been fruitful, and that's unusual for me. Typically, I'm turning down work because I don't have a model where I like to expand too big on projects, and I also don't like to work myself to death. Well, right now we're working myself to I think a mild sweat would be nice right about now. So I do agree 2021 is when I think more or less we're going to start seeing more consistency. We're going to see loosening of purse strings, budgets opening up, that kind of thing with clients. So I agree with that. So those are some of the insights. You can download a copy of the report. Again, there'll be a link in the show notes. You can see for yourself what other public relations professionals are thinking. But I thought that this was a really nice little peek at what other PR professionals are thinking. And again, as I said, the name of the game right now is uncertainty. Oh, you know what that means? Looks like it's last call here at your virtual lounge for PR news, views, and interviews. Don't forget, you can ask me a question anytime. You can do it through our Twitter account, which is @HoursPR, or even better, you can send me a message vocally. I would love to hear your voice, and I'll answer it on the show. There's a link in the show notes. All you have to do is sign up through Anchor FM. It's free, doesn't take long. And you record your message, I get the message, I will play your audio, just give me your first name and the city you live in, and then I will answer the question to the best of my ability right here on the show. Don't forget to, if you're enjoying this podcast, you can support it and help increase the frequency and value of the show. Just consider being a sponsor for your brand or your agency or just yourself because you're like, I like this show. or just drop a few coins in the virtual tip jar. Either way, there's links in the show notes. Please check that out. All of that, of course, being in the show notes where you're listening right now or at prafterhours.com. I see that they're turning up the lights. Last call is over, and I've got to clean up this virtual lounge. And until next time, I'm Alex Greenwood, and you've been listening to PR After Hours on Anchor FM.